just complements this area, especially next to that window. And it looks so perfect adjacent from the front door, you know. Even though it is open, it feels compartmentalized in individual areas, if that makes sense. So, look at this huge kitchen. So we have 4 pendant lights. It's going to be like a linen material, very textured. 2 islands. A lot of recessed lighting in this kitchen. Of course, staying true to the theme. All white and wood. So this part of the island you can sit there and eat, and then the other one is a little bit more functional for doing dishes and all of that, and this is strictly for, you know, just sitting there eating, enjoying company. So I love that. Custom built-in refrigerator, a custom cabinet area over there. So I believe that it's going to be quartz countertops throughout this house. Just look at that. So imagine doing dishes and then you're just looking out at all of that gorgeousness. It's just beautiful. Lots of drawers and cabinets and places to store your kitchen stuff and items. So it's going to be cafe appliances, if I'm not mistaken. Top of the line, for sure. So I love this detail. You have the 2 sconces on each side of the hood vent. Silver with the windows. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. I just love when they put sconces on each side of the hood vent. In kitchens, if you execute it looks like I did. Okay. Yep. And of course, no brainer, your TV and stuff goes that way. Here is your bathroom, so this could be unisex or for a boy because of the color choices like the gray and whites and blacks in here. It feels a little bit more boyish or guyish, you know, than it does feminine. Like the other bathroom I felt like was a little bit more feminine. This is giving a little bit masculine to me, but that's just my opinion. But it could work either way, but I just felt like it's meant for a guy. Because it's just black and white, no feminine touches at all in my opinion. But again, it can be unisex. So, because some girls like black and white, you know. But some things are just very, very obvious and it screams femininity. You know, some things are just that obvious. So it looks like in this closet, it's a little bit more wiggle room, it looks like to me. I don't know, yeah, it looks a little bit bigger, but I could be wrong. But I think it's a hair bigger. Yeah, it is, because there is some shelving back here behind the door. While that's a little bit awkward, you know, if you leave your door open in the closet, you'll be hiding that shelving unit. I wish they would have put a barn door in this closet so it's always on display and not hidden behind the door, but no deal breaker. So that's another bedroom that had its own ensuite. And here we are in another bedroom. Once again, soaring ceilings. I love that so far. The bedrooms have soaring ceilings, which is nice. It makes it feel so airy and open and massive. So do I go all the way up? I guess I felt like I don't need to get the ceiling twice. I don't know. But trust me, they soar. And let's see what this bathroom is working with. Okay, so back here, pretty much the same color scheme. The black and you already know what I'm here for, but I was a little late and this realtor literally said, go ahead, take your time. And I just really appreciated his generosity to allow me to get my shots way after it was time to close. I was so grateful. So he was so nice, and I literally got done like 30 minutes or close to 30 minutes after the closing. So he was supposed to close, but he stayed and waited patiently until I was done. So I was so grateful. I love when people just are nice, you know. It makes me smile because I really value people's time, and for him to just make extra time for me to get my shots, I valued that so much. So yeah, so some shots may not be straight and perfect. Although I wanted to take my time, I also wanted to be cognizant of his time as well. So I tried to rush a little bit as well. You know? So we have the checkered board flooring, and it's going to be white, like a grayish type of color, tannish type of color. Beautiful window sink. Once again, white. Beautiful laundry room. Beautiful, beautiful. And we have different countertops in here. The design is not your pure white. It's staying true to the theme back here with some gray elements. It kind of has a gloss to it as well. Very gorgeous. Very pretty. And did it have a mud bench? I was talking so much I didn't pay attention, but here is your two-car garage. Quite spacious. Quite spacious. It looks like there aren't going to be any windows in here is that just a window? Yeah, that shows the beautiful backyard area. So we're in the primary bedroom. Obviously, that's the bathroom that way, and your bed goes that way. Now back here, they did something different with this ceilings. It's not as high, but it's a great substitute for the view that you get back here. You don't really need high ceilings because when you're in your bedroom, you're looking out to all of the gorgeousness in your backyard. So, I mean, that's a great trade-in or substitute for not having high ceilings, you know. So you come in, you're greeted by this beautiful standalone tub with the tile around it, the shower glass door above, or glass windows above, and it's a different shape. It kind of has like a curve on the edges. So, very nice. And custom built-in cabinets, 2 hooks for your robe or tile or things like that. We have that tile goes all the way up, and we have a handheld wand type of sprayer, handheld shower head. So, and we have a bench. I love when they have a bench inside of the shower. Nice towel on the floor, and then look at the view you get. So that is the guy's side, and I love that he had the custom cabinet on his same side of the vanity, and then the her side. I mean, it's obvious because she has like a little vanity over there. Very beautiful, very nice, and I love that it's separated. You can never go wrong with that. And so you see, we have, look at that tub. So you see, we have a vanity situation over there where you can do your hair and makeup. But they should have put the guy's vanity on the same side of the toilet. But it's okay. I think the lady's vanity should be closer when that all melts away, you're back to seeing all that lush greenery. And so it comes with a pool. That pool is going to be so deep. And I believe that's a pool house over there with the one-car garage, but little jacuzzi area, pool. It's just gorgeous. So the backyard is really selling this house. It's the selling point. And it's now this side does not have the turf. I wish they would have put the turf on that side, but it's not a deal breaker. So you have, oh, look at that, the rocks. Oh, that's so pretty. So you have a combination of both the turf and regular grass. Not a deal breaker. I think it's nice. Like if you are a fan of having like your grass with a mixture of turf, there's your happy medium. So the gate's gonna be put up. It's just not put up yet. So this is the pool house, of course. Your little bathroom. Whites, blacks. Different countertop. And you have a microwave, a refrigerator, a sink. So, you know, you can really hang out here. Or you know what, if you didn't want to make this a pool house, you can make this into a gym if you really wanted to. You can come and work out here. So yeah, this is pretty much the gist of this house. Let me